Yo. Let me make sure everything's working, because I haven't streamed in a long time. Every time I don't stream for a while, I forget how to stream. But I think I got everything to work. I think we're good. I think we're good.
Now that might be fun.
Hope you guys have had a good day so far. Start of the week, it's Monday. I know it's been a while since you've seen me, but I'm here, right? Amir, you probably won't. I used to try and do that. I still had to play PvP. I don't think that's enough to just do treasure battle at your position right now. You'd have to still play. Like, I need to play a lot. I haven't played at all. I haven't touched PvP one time. I have no idea what team I can use. PvP is too toxic. I expected such. I expected PvP to be toxic. Hope I'm having a good day. And Ghost, hope you're having a good day too, bro. Start of the week, you know. I'm doing okay. I'm actually just tired. I've had a good day, but I'm low on sleep. But it's okay, because I wanted to stream. Let me actually open my window. If it's cold in my room, it keeps me up. NA, what's good, bro? I'm doing good, you know. Just another day. Just another day. Super Vigi, I don't want a hard time.
Wow, I never thought I'd get to spar with Daddy. That all?
Shahid, I've been uploading Monday to Friday. I just haven't been streaming. One thing about me is I'm not gonna pretend to, you know.
Wow, I never thought I'd get to spar with Daddy.
I'm not gonna pretend to be like hype about a saga that, like a campaign that's not really cooking for me. I'm good off that, you know? If I'm not moved, I'm not moved. The one thing I'm doing is trying to get my Chrono crystals. I feel bad if you're trying to get into the championship right now with LOE running rampant. Your best chance was that first season, because now dealing with LOE at max power, teams just got boosted, you know. That blue beast Zenkai or platinum equipment should happen, and it will feed families.
I'm nothing like my business.
Bojack Gohan Zenkai soon. I don't think he'll get a Zenkai this year anymore, you know. I was really hoping for it earlier, but now it's like whatever. And they're saying that he just didn't get the stats. Like, it's not even that his kit's bad, he just can't do the job that he's intended to do, which is so backwards of the devs, but at the same time it's on brand for them. Like, they often like are too precautious with certain things, and I understand why they're precautious, but if they're completely messing up a unit like this, that's a bad look, man.
Let's do this.
If the game goes to time accounts and you're using Cooler, you're gonna lose because he can't take a hit, even though he has 3 lives. You know, if you lose off damage, you didn't really win. No matter how good you play, you have to play good enough to kill all 3 of your enemy's units if you're using Cooler.
There you are.
I wonder if I'm still good at PvP, bro. I ain't touched PvP like really in like 2 weeks. It's bad. I haven't started the Granola arc yet. Well, started is like, you know, so I'm starting.
Not bad, but that doesn't mean you can slack off tomorrow.
Kaiser, what's good, bro? How would I rate the Mora arc? I wanted to talk about Dragon Ball Super, the manga, a lot. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. I wanted to like kind of let time pass, because I only finished it like maybe 6 hours ago, the Mora arc, and I don't think people will like my opinions. But I don't care that people won't like my opinions necessarily, because I'm gonna be honest. But I wanted to make it like known that like I let my emotions pass, so that everything I'm saying is actually what I think. You know, sometimes you have to give yourself time, because you might not even feel that way in the next couple hours. This was my best team before, so I guess I'll just run into it. I'll talk about it in a bit. Ask me in like 30 minutes about the DBS manga. Ask me in like 30 minutes. 30, 20 minutes, you know, and I'll talk about it. For now, I'll just leave it. I've been reading it. I've been posting about it. I've been posting about it every day on Twitter. I started from chapter 1 though, so I started from, you know, Battle of Gods in the manga, the manga. I wanted to make videos on it and whatnot. I think I still will, just not a lot. But once I actually finish, I'm gonna go through all of it, because it's only like 100 chapters, even though the chapters have a lot of pages. It's like 45 pages every single chapter, which is actually more equivalent to about 150 chapters for most manga, you know. This trio, I keep seeing it, bro. Ugh. But yeah, Don't spoil me. Don't spoil me. I don't wanna get spoiled because I actually don't know a lot that happened. Like, the only thing I know is visuals, but I don't know the progression of the story in any capacity. Like, I don't know how things lead into why people do things, their backstory, their reasons. Like, I don't know anything like that. Like, I don't even want to know what arcs come up. So, like, please.
I won't go easy on you.
I got a lot of push-ups to do. Yeah, but like, it's nothing. I'm a push-ups guy. We go gym. What's my opinion on Kulo? From everything I've seen, like, he's just not good. I hate to say it, but he's not good. He's gonna need a buff, like, seriously. Like, even if...
Hurry up and finish this.
What kind of timing, bro? This game. Cooler Zenkai should be in 2 days. Even if Red Cooler's good, it's not gonna save the final form. I mean, the Metal Cooler.
Too slow.
Oh, yeah, I thought he was gonna... It's cool. Hope they fumble Red Cooler. In the current position, I don't think it even matters. Like, what? They fumble Red Cooler, USB still usable, but then LOE is still at the top of the game, you know? If anything, for a lot of people, it might be what Cooler needs. I mean, for a lot of people, Cooler might be what people need.
My time skip is unbeatable. No.
I have to ult him. If I don't, his gauge will fill and he'll destroy my cards. Kyle Ken is insane. It doesn't matter how good I am. Like, I can be so much better than somebody and then I'm cooked. Who is the first arc for DBS 2? The Moro arc.
Pretty good.
After the TOP, it goes into the Moro arc.
Check this out.
Press the card! This game wants me to lose. Again, they want me to lose. They want me to lose, bro.
Hurry up and...
If I was being very strict, let me not even, not yet, not yet. Just, can you finish so I can have a turn?
The two of us fighting together, we're the toughest force in the cosmos! With the two of us fighting together, we're the toughest force in the cosmos! Going in!
My turn.
Okay.
Leave it to me. No. Too slow.
I just need to win, bro. Lovely. Run USV, Ultra Goku, and Daimaku, the green one. Unfortunately, I don't think that team's saving me. That team sounds horrible. Running a yellow, right, is risky in the first place. Gotta play with Red Zenkai Goji. I don't have his platinum. I didn't grind it. Like I've not been playing this game, bro. How long was that game? That game was like 8 minutes, right? And it was just a treasure battle because people want to run certain teams like that. Like, come on, bro. Made me play 8 minutes. I didn't even pull Kefla, so I'm kind of pissed there.
My time skip is unbeatable.
Am I reading Blue Lock? I just look at the spoilers. I stopped reading it like a year ago. I just see the spoilers and like what's happening recently. Because it's just a sports manga, you know. Blue Lock's not that in-depth for me to have to read every single line. There are some things that are interesting though. But I'm not going to reread Blue Lock. It's not happening. What are you guys' thoughts on MUI Goku? Is he okay? Joe, what's good, bro? He's good and proud. Did I see the trailer for My Hero Academia? FGK, I don't watch trailers. I don't watch trailers. I don't like watching trailers because they always push a certain narrative and it's not always one that's exactly of the movie, so it gets you thinking a certain way. I like to go in completely blind. Like, I really wish, for example, in the DBS Broly movie, that they didn't advertise it with Gogeta, you know? Imagine going in to watch the DBS Broly movie and you don't know Gogeta's in the movie. You'd just be thinking, how the hell are Goku and Vegeta gonna beat this guy? You don't have to apologize. I just don't watch trailers, you know.
I hope you're ready. Damn it. Calm down.
It's very like unorthodox of me that the average person will watch trailers, but like I am like a very big person on media, as in like I really care about media, so I try to give myself the best experience I can ever get. So that means like not watching or consuming a lot of things that most people would.
Is that it?
Which version of the Goku Black arc do I prefer? The manga. The manga was like 10 times better. In every capacity, it was so much better. The only, actually, not every capacity. The only one thing I'll say is, from a, even then it's debatable. I was gonna say the visuals, you know. Obviously, seeing something animated, you can't compare that to still images. But like the concepts that were put in the manga, like the anime can't compare to it, and everything makes sense. It doesn't make you feel like, you know, they just did stuff to do stuff. It really makes you feel like, all right, cool, all of this makes sense, everybody's in line, nobody gets a random power up, it's within reason. The manga makes Super Saiyan Blue have value, but like everybody knows that. How do I cope with this meta? I only have MUI and Daima without Ku, and Fulky got shafted on everything else. You do what you can. If I'm not playing the game and I have stars on the characters I have, that should tell you it's rough. It's not impossible to play, but you're going to be playing a lot of 8-minute games where you're outskilling the person completely. Otherwise, you're going to lose. And even then, it's not perfect, you know. If I miss your message, just retype it, because these beginning games are going to be very easy. TOP. The TOP in the manga is better as well. I don't even like the TOP in the anime. I always say the TOP in the anime is not good. People see UI Goku, yeah, and they forget about how many boring episodes there were with the side cast. Like 100 episodes, and you'd probably only rewatch. Well, you might rewatch the whole thing. Some people really like just to watch the whole thing, but I'm not rewatching the whole. It's not 100 episodes. How many episodes of TOP? It's like maybe 20, 30. I won't rewatch the whole thing. I wouldn't rewatch the whole thing. There's only a couple episodes I genuinely care about. 40. Like, I remember watching it weekly, and like when the Trio of the Danger showed up and they get a whole episode, like I kind of didn't want to sign up for that, you know. Would you? No, there's some things obviously I wouldn't want. Like, there are complaints I have about the TOP arc in the manga as well. But like,
Try to keep up. No. My time skip is unbeatable. Let's finish this.
did I get some rest? Today I'm running on 6 hours sleep. I had 4 hours in the night, and then I had like an extra 2-3 hours like just before stream. I'm probably gonna sleep right after this stream again. Run TUI USV and the new Goku. New Goku. Super Saiyan Goku. Double yellow. When I lose a game, I'll switch. I'm actually running Evo Vegeta right now, and he's not bad at all. Yeah, he's not the best, but he's fun to use against Frieza. I'm not a fan of torturing myself. I don't even have Evo. In the anime, Jiren acknowledges Vegeta as a great warrior. He does in the manga too. UI is done better in the anime. It's not, it's just spammed. No, it's done better in terms of pacing, but the reasons and the explanation isn't better.
Calm down.
Is Gogeta that good? We're gonna find out. Anime has better character moments. Depends on what character we're talking about. If you care about a lot of the side characters from the other universes, sure. But then if you care about the gods of destruction, then, you know, that's not true. If you care about certain characters in Universe 7, then it is true. For example, what the hell was I gonna say? My mind blanked. What's wrong with me?
Bad, Kale.
Frieza went crazy in the manga. MVP 17 actually looked like the MVP. Like he did in the anime for a lot of episodes where he was like, for example, like Ribrianne and them, I think they were in the middle of talking and like he interrupted their transformation in the anime, right? But like outside of that, he was actually putting in a lot more work in the anime. Like, I mean the manga, sorry. Kaiser, have a good night, bro. Did I see ReZero? I did watch ReZero, unless they dropped something new. I've watched it. I didn't really enjoy it though. It was like, I was just watching it because I've already watched a lot of it. But to say like I was really interested is a stretch. Alright, let me just go through everything in the manga that I remember clearly, and I'll explain the differences from the anime, from what I perceived so far. I kept saying Kaiser. I should have been saying Imperion. I just realized. I'm a tweaker, bro. You got to go from the spoilers. I'm not going to touch the Moro arc. I'll avoid that. I'm only going to do the things that are animated, you know. So I'm going to go from Battle of Gods to TOP. But if you wanted to read it for yourself, then maybe mute the stream or you can leave, you know.
Fight me, Goku! There!
Calm down. What's wrong?
Leave it to me.
No, because in the manga, there's some things that are different, Super Vegito. It's not one-to-one. There's
I
differences.
won't go easy on you. Don't think so.
Like when DBS was happening, the anime came out before the manga. So there's things that happen in the manga that aren't exactly the same as the anime. But I'm not addressing anything after TOP. So like regarding things that have not been animated entirely. So like in the manga, there's still the future arc, but the ending of the future arc is different from the anime. And I'm gonna explain my opinions on which one's better, which one's worse. Ryugo, what's good, bro? I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Yeah, I mean, you just came, but you gotta do some stuff. Take care. Take care, bro. No worries. Yeah, you know, but you watched the DBS manga until top. You haven't watched after. Okay, bet. Cool. So the manga starts with Battle of Gods, and Battle of Gods is portrayed a lot differently. So like in the movie, Beerus pretty much solos everybody, but in the manga, Vegeta is shown to be a lot stronger than Goku in Super Saiyan 3. So Vegeta's Super Saiyan 2 is stronger than Goku's Super Saiyan 3. And stuff like that happens a lot throughout the manga, which is important to note. Like, I know that sounds crazy from you guys' perspective that like Super Saiyan 2 can be stronger than Super Saiyan 3. But what it shows is, what they tried to push in the manga is that it's about mastering your transformations rather than just getting a new transformation. So if you use Super Saiyan 2 more than somebody who uses Super Saiyan 3, based on your practice of Super Saiyan 2, you can be stronger than somebody with Super Saiyan 3. And there's a lot of that in the manga. So if I say like something like that is like backwards and it sounds like insane to you, that's why. But it's because Vegeta had done more training than Goku, so his Super Saiyan 2 rage form had a better performance against Beerus than Goku Super Saiyan 3 based on training. So Super Saiyan 3 is a bigger transformation, but it also doesn't do the same thing as Super Saiyan 2. No, Super Saiyan 2 is not stronger than Super Saiyan 3. The point is, if you master your transformation on you, it can be stronger than someone else's Super Saiyan 3. So Vegeta only has Super Saiyan 2, but because he works hard in it, and he trained more, he is more efficient as a fighter than Goku in Super Saiyan 3. But doesn't mean that Super Saiyan 2 is better than Super Saiyan 3. It's on Vegeta, it's better than Super Saiyan 3. And the manga does a very good job of explaining how powerful transformations are on specific people. Something I'll talk about later, Trunks' Super Saiyan 2 is stronger than Goku's Super Saiyan 3 as well. It's not just like one cases. And then we go even further, I'll talk about it later in more detail. Vegeta's Super Saiyan God is stronger than Goku Black Rose, but more so because of how he used it. It's more about the efficiency in what the transformation does, and the manga dives into that very well, which you don't get in the anime. In the anime, you just get, well, Super Saiyan God is just God Ki, but then Super Saiyan Blue is Super Saiyan God plus Super Saiyan. So that means it's better at all times, which makes Super Saiyan God useless. You know? Like, why would they use Super Saiyan God if Super Saiyan Blue is stronger? But the reason they use different forms is because they have different benefits, but the anime doesn't explain that. And if they do, they don't explain it well. I don't recall them explaining any details like that. So for example, in the Broly movie, Vegeta and Goku use Super Saiyan God, but there's actual advantages for them to use Super Saiyan God against Broly versus using Super Saiyan Blue. Besides from the fact that they like to warm up and like test out their opponent, there's genuine advantages for using Super Saiyan God over Super Saiyan Blue. But the anime won't tell you that. It will just seem like they're just flexing. You know, they're just trying to outclass their opponent, make the opponent look stupid. But for real, I'll go into it in more detail. But just hold that in mind when I explain stuff going forward if you haven't read the manga. Because like it'll make you want to read it. Anyways, yeah, Vegeta does a very good job against Beerus, but Beerus obviously overwhelms him. Beerus wasn't trying, obviously, because he's looking for the Super Saiyan God, but Vegeta is obviously angry because of Bulma in it. Like, Beerus was wilding. what else happened? I'm running off memory, so allow me. They do the ritual pretty much the same way. You know, they just don't spend as much time on it because it's only manga panels. Goku, the fight is pretty much the same for the most part. It's just not as like, there's not a lot of visuals. We can move on from the Battle of Gods arc. Oh my god, that was a misinput. The sleep was good, bro. That was amazing. After Battle of Gods, we have the Universe 6, Universe 7. They skip the Resurrection of F. They skip Resurrection of F, but they just say that, oh, in between Battle of Gods, Frieza came back to life, and basically Goku and Vegeta handled it, you know. That's what they just tell you. And as a result, they were able to unlock Super Saiyan Blue. You know, they just dive through it, basically. It was just unnecessary to explain it in large detail. But what you just need to know is that Frieza's dead. Like, that's the only thing important out of Resurrection of F. That they bodied Frieza. The narrator put like 1 page of explanation saying Frieza came back and Goku and Vegeta killed him. That's it. That's all that happens. After that, we get the Universe 6 versus Universe 7. And this is where you see like a lot of the writing differences like start to really start up.
I'll take you on again whenever you want.
So obviously the cause is still the same. Champa wants the Super Dragon Balls and whatnot. The tournament starts up. Same deal and everything. Kaba and Hit are like the main guys for Universe 6. Kaba gets, well, Frost as well, but Frost is a cheater. We all know that. It's all the same. Frost gets disqualified. Kaba gets slammed and he learns Super Saiyan. It's the Hit fight though. So Hit absolutely slams Vegeta, no diff, right? But then with Goku, they dive into the idea of what's actually happening when Goku is trying to figure out his time skip. I don't have a good recollection of it in the anime. Post Universe 6, Universe 7 I do, but in short, basically, it's him trying to master his form and making predictions off of where Hit is gonna go. It's pretty much the same, but it's more so the visual of Goku using his transformation and showing that it's not completely mastered when he goes Super Saiyan Blue and whatnot. What they do to show that he's using blue but not perfectly is that when they show his aura will be like in like little like I don't know, it looks like bacteria, like shapes of bacteria. That's the best way I can describe it. If he has the blue, if he's using blue and there's lots of auras around him and it's like the shapes of bacteria, that shows that his energy, his ki is leaking. It's leaking out of his body because he hasn't perfectly stored it inside him. So even though he's using a stronger animation, it's taxing him a lot, similar to like Super Saiyan 3. And when he has perfected it, which he does in the next arc, he won't have those blue the blue bacteria particles that are outside of him because it's no longer just naturally leaking out of his body. So it's no longer as taxing to use Super Saiyan Blue. Manga, this happens in the manga. Anyways, he handles Hit. Long story short. Well, not really, but yeah. Like he does good against Hit. and then hit basically like lets Universe 7 win. That's some good damage. Oh, it's Bardock. Don't get too excited. I don't recall there being any major differences in this Universe 6, Universe 7. But like, they don't explicitly show you that or tell you the differences about like what it means to have perfected blue and non-perfected blue, and why somebody would use Super Saiyan God, for example. But in the future arc, they heavily dive into that. So here's where the differences. Here's where the differences really lock in. Oh yeah, the manga didn't have Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. It was just blue, and he tried to tap in with it. Yeah. Now let's get into the future arc. The future arc's where things really gets like, alright. We're actually seeing some completely different storylines now. Like, the storyline is completely different. I need to kill you right now.
Nothing you do can hurt me. Let's finish this.
So...
Leave it to me. Too slow.
Hit is questionable when it comes to his damage, Thanos. He's not like insanely bad or anything like bro's trying to make out, but like he's questionable. I've used him too many times, so I know best.
Let's do this. You good to go? Yep. Okay, let's do this. I'll go in. Both of us together.
Damn.
This is our victory, Goku. Come back and eat dirt as many times.
Alright, we get to the future arc, and Trunks is like surviving by himself as typical. Then he's able to use the time machine to get to the timeline where Goku and Vegeta are. Trunks does some sparring with Goku, and they're watching him and whatnot and seeing how strong he is, because they need to know how strong Trunks is to gauge whether Goku and Vegeta can be strong enough to beat Goku Black. I think Goku uses Super Saiyan 3 against Trunks' Super Saiyan 2, and from Vegeta's gauge, I think he explicitly states that Trunks' Super Saiyan 2 is stronger than Goku's Super Saiyan 3. Trunks did a lot in his timeline, you know. He beat Dabura, Android 17 and 18, Majin Buu. He did all of that. He stopped all of that, which is pretty valid. Tenless Games, appreciate the donation. I need to increase them push-ups, damn. I'm not doing no push-up today. I might do some tomorrow, assuming I stream tomorrow. I think I should stream tomorrow. I kind of plan to, but I need to check my energy levels tomorrow. Where's the text? There you go. Anyways, yeah. What do I think about Go Freeze's plat? It's okay. It's not bad, but nothing that's gonna change your life.
If you're itching for a fight, that's fine by us.
Calm down. What's wrong?
Yeah, back to what I was saying. Trunks' Super Saiyan 2 is stronger than Goku's Super Saiyan 3. That just shows how hard he's been pushed in his current state, you know.
Try to keep up.
Trying to fight Goku Black by himself. But intentionally, Goku Black hasn't been killing him, so that Goku Black can obviously increase his own strength. as he's trying to understand what makes a Super Saiyan, you know, so strong. Or like what makes a Saiyan so strong, not specifically a Super Saiyan. Yeah, so Goku and Vegeta go back and they're basically fighting him, and they push him, you know, they push Goku Black to his limits. I think it's Vegeta that fights first. Yeah, Vegeta fights first, and I think Goku Black goes Super Saiyan. And I think they still get the slight upper hand on him, but as a result, I think Zamasu shows up, and obviously now there's two of them, and Goku has to fight Zamasu. But Zamasu is obviously immortal because he wished in his timeline to be immortal so that he could assist Goku Black, who's obviously the one carrying out the Zero Mortal plan completely. So think of like Zamasu as a full assist. He's using the Supreme Kai apprentice role of healing, while Goku Black is doing all the heavy work. Kaz, no worries, bro. Yeah, Exodus, I'm talking about. Alright, let's get into the meat and bones, cause I'm just talking about the small bits, the stuff you want to hear, So let me turn this down so I can think. Let me turn it off completely. Remy, what's good, bro? Flipping hell, there's a lot that happened.
With the two of us fighting together, we're the toughest force in the cosmos! Take that!
Alright, good. Play Raid? No. It's not Legends that's bothering me. It's because I'm hearing a lot of stuff. Like, there's people talking downstairs in my house. So it's making me rethink what I'm trying to say. It's not Legends that's bothering me. Like, these games are whatever against these guys. I'm not even thinking against them. I'm just playing on autopilot. Long story short, because Zamasu's immortal and Goku Black's getting stronger every single time, they have to escape, just like in anime. But instead of it being instantly like Goku Black Rose, he goes Super Saiyan at first. So then they run away because they were getting punished, you know? Cool. They leave Trunks there alone though. So Trunks is the only person in the future against not just Goku Black, but Zamasu too, which is crazy. Obviously, the question is, how did Trunks survive on his own if Goku and Vegeta ran back to the timeline? Something important to note is, Shin, went and I need to switch team after this. Shin went and used the time ring with Gowasu because Beerus didn't like the idea that there would be someone that kills him in his timeline as a result of Shin dying, because obviously if you kill the Supreme Kai, you also end up killing the God of Destruction, and that's what Zamasu and Goku Black's plan was for the Zero Mortals plan, so they could take over the universe. Obviously Beerus dies in the alternate timeline, so in the current timeline where they're actually from, when Beerus does the investigation, he goes to, I think it's Universe 10, where Gowasu is, right? And he basically gets Zamasu smoked in advance in his timeline, so at least Beerus doesn't die where he's from. But in that same motion, after they speak about it, Shin realizes that in the other timeline, obviously Trunks is there by himself, and obviously Gowasu, they could do something basically, because if Goku Black and Zamasu succeed in the other timeline, it messes up every timeline as a result, because they have the time ring, you know. So Shin and Gowasu from the current timeline end up saving Trunks, which is very useful. Whoa. Okay. Gonna be a bunny. Good damage. Something else that's also important to note. Because in Trunks' timeline, he's the one that killed, what's his name? He killed Dabura and Boo. It wasn't Goku, it was Trunks in his timeline. To do that, he went through the ritual of becoming the Supreme Kai Apprentice. So you know that dance that Gohan done, right? In the Buu Saga, Trunks done that in his timeline, and what that leads to is him becoming a Supreme Kai Apprentice. Now, something important to note is if you become a Supreme Kai Apprentice and you don't like release yourself from becoming a Supreme Kai Apprentice, you actually obtain the ability to heal people. So what ended up happening, like throughout the whole Future arc, while Trunks was surviving alone, he was consistently healing people through his love and affection of caring for humanity, through like hugs unknowingly. So the same way Zamasu can heal Goku Black because he's a Supreme Kai Apprentice, all the apprentices can heal people. In that same way, Trunks also has that ability because he got the power when he had to kill Dabura and Buu during his Buu Saga when Goku and them were already dead. Which is obviously useful to note because he's able to heal the guys that they're dealing with in the Future arc. That doesn't happen in the anime, and it's a very big factor for how they're able to survive. Like, oh, the Trunks in his timeline is literally a healer as well. Like, that's very big information that did not really occur in the anime, you know. Trunks being able to heal because he was a Supreme Kai Apprentice because of the work he put in, given that Goku and Vegeta and all of them were dead, and he was the only person that could protect his timeline. Like, that's very, very big piece of information that didn't make the anime. Gotcha. Anyways, in the time that Goku and Vegeta, they went back to Earth and they left Trunks alone, and Shin and Gowasu saved Trunks so that they bring him to the Kai's world in the meantime until Goku and Vegeta come back, basically. Vegeta goes to the hyperbolic time chamber and he tries to master Super Saiyan Blue. But what he realizes is, in the amount of time they have, he can't do that, so he comes up with something else, and I'll explain that in a second. Goku, he's a bit stronger than Vegeta, obviously, at the current moment, but he doesn't think that training is the best way, because Zamasu is immortal. So at least if the same thing happens as in the anime, he tries to seal Zamasu. If he can seal Zamasu, because he's immortal, they can deal with Goku Black together, and that's Goku Black's not immortal, but Zamasu is. So Goku's training with Master Roshi to get the sealing correct, and Vegeta goes to the hyperbolic time chamber because he wants to be the one to surpass Kakarot. Typical. Now they go back to the future. They're ready again to fight Zamasu and Goku Black. Vegeta takes Goku Black. Goku takes Zamasu. Cool. Now this is where the real interesting part of the manga comes in that's not in the anime. When Vegeta first fought Goku Black, he got beat the hell up, but he was using Super Saiyan Blue, right? But when he comes back this time, he decides to use Super Saiyan God. So Goku Black's like, why the hell are you using Super Saiyan God? That's a lot weaker than Blue. You're coming with an inferior form when I just beat you up, like, you know, before. Well, whatever, let's fight. But Vegeta is absolutely beating the hell out of Goku Black now, in a weaker form. So in your head, you're like, what the hell? Why is Vegeta doing better in Super Saiyan God than he was doing in Super Saiyan Blue? Well, it's two factors. One, Super Saiyan God moves faster than Super Saiyan Blue. You're just more agile and you move better. So Goku Black chops it up to just him using Super Saiyan God to beat him on a speed diff, and then that's how he's damaging him more. But it's not just that. So Vegeta, what he practiced to do is, which is crazy smart, which is not shown in the manga. In the anime, the anime makes him look like a loser basically. But this guy's an IQ genius, bro. Every time he throws a punch, he goes blue for half a second, maybe less than that. So like he's in Super Saiyan God, moves quick, dodges him, bang. As soon as the punch connects, the punch connected in blue. Then he taps out of it straight away. So it's blue, 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 but rest of the time he's in God. And Goku Black can't figure out why his punches are so heavy when he's using a weaker form. But in the weaker form, he can move faster. But when he's tapping into blue for a millisecond, he's punching at max strength. And that way, he doesn't drain his ki, but he also beats Goku Black on speed. It's such a big difference. And then Goku's explaining what Vegeta's doing, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Like, it's dope. Anyways, Goku and Zamasu are also fighting. Goku forgot the seal. Like, he brought the wrong seal. He ends up sealing him, but he doesn't have the right... I forgot what it's called. But basically, Zamasu gets out, right? And because Goku is much stronger. Like, when I say he's league stronger than Zamasu, Zamasu is just immortal. Goku is basically holding Zamasu at bay. But because Vegeta is now destroying Goku Black, all Goku has to do is hold on to Zamasu until Goku Black gets defeated by Vegeta. Obviously, Zamasu is distressed, and as a result, they end up fusing, right? So they use the Pataras, Goku Black and Zamasu, they fuse, and now Goku and Vegeta, both of them are fighting Fusion Zamasu, and together they cannot beat him. Like the power gap now is unreal, because now you have a mortal Goku Black, plus with extra strength. So it's a 2v1, but Fusion Zamasu is just way stronger than them. Now, basically, because they were using Goku was using blue, or no, he was using God, and Vegeta was using Super Saiyan God, but tapping into blue for every punch. They're getting smacked up, and to the point Vegeta gets angry, he goes into blue, they still get smacked up. Goku goes into blue, he still gets smacked up. Cool. Now the discussion comes in about fusions, obviously, but with Goku and Vegeta. So they're like, oh, if they did it, we can do it too. Cool. They get the Patara earrings. They didn't want to fuse at first, but they end up doing so because of the retcon. You know, the retcon, Vegeta didn't want to fuse because it's permanent. In the Buu Saga, they only did fuse because of Majin Buu's insides, quote-unquote, pause. But in the future arc, Gowasu explains, oh, no, if you're immortal, it's only an hour. Like, they're good, bro. They're good to go. As soon as Vegeta realizes it's an hour, he said, oh, let's get this guy dead. They fuse straight away. Bear in mind, these guys have no ki. No ki. They fuse. Base Vegito sends a ki blast. It melts half of Zamasu's body. Just like that. Base Vegito fatigued. Destroys Zamasu. Half his body clipped. No ki. Right? They just fused. They don't restore their ki after fusing. They still have all the body damage. Base Vegito off fusing. Just one ki blast. Destroys him. Wasn't it 30 minutes? No, it's an hour. I'm pretty sure it's an hour. Because Zamasu is an hour as well. So Zamasu had an hour, but Goku and Vegeta had an hour. If it's 30 minutes, regardless, they're both 30 minutes. Cool. Let me switch to Super Saiyan Goku. People wanted to see him. Let me build this team, then I'll continue speaking about the manga. Because now this is where it gets juicy. Because the arc's pretty much over. Someone said Super Saiyan Goku USV and UI. This seems like a horrible team. But whatever. I remember why I'm not using this team. I didn't have equips. What do I get? Blast defense? Whoa. just so ass.
Show me how tough you are by beating.
Alright, cool. So, remember what I said, yeah? Battle damage, fatigued, base Vegito melts half of Zamasu's body. And then, he starts talking crazy, because Vegito knows he's him. And then he eats the Senzu Bean. So now he's fully restored. Fully restored. But even fatigued with no ki and battle damage, he already melted half his body. And he took a Senzu Bean and went blue. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the anime made it out like Vegito or Gogeta would never beat Zamasu. But in the manga, any fusion is destroying Zamasu. Heck, even Gotenks might destroy Zamasu, I kid you not. Like, the way they made the fusion look, they were putting pressure on him. Like, it was dumb. Anyways, it's a wash. It's a wash. It's a wash. Like, the anime makes it out like Zamasu is so clear. But, like, in the manga, bro, as soon as guys fuse, it's up. As soon as guys fuse, it's up. Do you think a Soul Punch could destroy Zamasu?
Alright! This is Super Vegito! Too bad. There's no way you can win. I'll take care of the rest.
It depends on what classifies as evil. Because Zamasu has God Ki, so maybe it won't classify as evil because he's like a deity. So I'm more leaning towards no.
My turn. Take this.
Anyways, it also depends on, like, it really depends on what's evil, you know. Because you could argue that Zamasu is not technically evil. He just has a strong sense of justice. and I don't know, you know. Are you evil just because you kill someone? Or is it your heart? Like, I would lean towards no, personally. Or at the worst, right? It would fry Goku black, but not Zamasu. But what interests me is that if the damage Vegito Blue was doing, he was doing so much damage to the point that he wouldn't have been able to regenerate. So I would also assume that it would heavily damage Goku Black. I mean, Fusion Zamasu. It would heavily damage them. But would I say kill? Nah. I think it would do a lot of damage. Yeah. Let's settle on that. Anyways, like, I posted it on Twitter, yeah. I can't show because mangas can get your channel clipped. When I say Vegito smacked him into the ground, yeah, and like he's like underground, Zamasu's underground now, yeah, and Fusion Zamasu goes underground and grabs Vegito by the feet. But then in the next panel, Zamasu's got no hands, bro. And they just saw Vegito like this with the spirit sword. He's just like that. And it's like, bro, like it was so tough. But then the next page he diffuses Vegito Blue. Weak ass Pataras, bro. They need to make some platinum Pataras, bro. They need to give the Pataras to Bulma so she can make some strong joints, bro. Because why they diffusing? It was like they were fused for 3 pages and then it was done. Like they were just too OP for the Pataras. It was tough. Anyways, during the fight with Vegito, what was happening to Zamasu is that he was getting very angry and he was charging up a lot of ki. And because of that, he was trying to regenerate more than his body could handle. So the fusion basically, they were trying to kill time, but Vegito could have beat them if the fusion lasts, but obviously the fusion didn't last. This guy running mono red. If the music stops, let me know, by the way, because I can't hear it because I took my sound off so I could hear, think.
I'll take care of it.
Sidestepping when I'm using UI, man. I'm a bot. Did I quit Dokkan? No, I play every day. Anyways, Zamasu's body isn't regenerating properly because of the damage Vegito did, but they're exerting themselves, and Goku Blue and Vegeta Blue are still trying their hardest to take out Zamasu. And long story short, after a few more minutes after Vegito diffuses, Zamasu actually ends up diffusing. But what's different from the anime is there's no corrupted Zamasu, right, in the manga. There's no corrupted Zamasu. Fusion Zamasu was the peak, right? And oh crap. Basically, ooh, hope this kills you. Basically, when Goku Black and Zamasu start diffusing, their body starts rejecting their body starts rejecting the fact that they're diffusing. And because they are the same person technically, they're both still just Zamasu, right? Their body technically is keeping them as one. And as a result, they're not completely diffusing in the way Goku and Vegeta instantly diffused. So as they're like half diffusing, not diffusing because they're rejecting it, Goku and Vegeta are completely tired, right? And they're watching him like basically struggle, like glued, like stretching apart. And then Trunks comes behind, yeah, on some Android Saga. Oh! And then you see them like, oh, like no sort of hope. He's just Super Saiyan 2 after doing nothing for the most part. Because, although he did a lot, but like he was healing people and he wasn't doing anything because Vegeta was obviously there. After they start diffusing and they're trying to stick together, Trunks makes sure they split apart and he slices them in half so they split. So now Zamasu and Goku Black are split, but he goes for Goku Black instantly and stabs him in the heart in the back. Just straight up, tries to finish him. And I say try because Goku Black did not die. Now what happens as a result of this, yeah? When Trunks split them apart, you would think that Goku Black would die when Trunks stabs him in the back. But he didn't die because they were once fused. And since they were once fused, the immortality is now on both sides. And what happens is, Vegeta even tries to immediately blast both of them with a Gamma Blast Ray. You know that stupid blast that he does, yeah? And it doesn't kill anybody. He tries to spam it instantly, right? And get Zamasu and Goku Black gone so they can't regenerate with all his ki. But then what ends up happening is Gamma Verse Flash, that's it. What ends up happening is because both sides, now Goku Black and Zamasu, are immortal, he doesn't completely take them out. The little pieces of Zamasu and Goku Black that like survive the blast, they regenerate into multiple copies of Fusion Zamasus. So just like the Metal Cooler movie, right? There's a bunch of Fusion Zamasu, over 100 Fusion Zamasus in the whole place. So they try run away to go to the time machine, but obviously the Fusion Zamasu's hawking all of them. There's like 100 of him, and it's long. They get to the time machine, and basically Goku and Vegeta are like, alright, cool. I guess this is how we're gonna go out. We're gonna die. Trunks, take Shin Goasu, go and use the time ring, go back to the timeline. Bunch of Zamasu's there. Goku Black hit Goku and Vegeta hit the metal cooler. They're standing up and they're like, I didn't think this would be how we go out, Kakarot. Me neither, Vegeta. Let's go. Oh, back, bro. And then at that moment, Goku remembers at the start of the arc, he has the button that he got from Zeno because Zeno wanted a friend. Bro, the same thing happens from there. So instead of it being infinite Zamasu in the sky, it's a bunch of copies of Fusion Zamasus, which makes more sense. He tells Trunks to hold on. He basically Goku's manipulates Zeno to wipe out all of the Goku Blacks and the Fusion Zamasus. But obviously Zeno takes it too far and wants to wipe out the whole universe because it's ugly. And then everybody escapes. They use the time ring, the time machine, and they go back to the timeline. And that's how the Goku Black arc ends. Something else that also happens is that Goku Black tried to use the Hakai after their fusion didn't work. Or was it before? Nonetheless, he tried to use it, but he doesn't use it well because he doesn't know how to use it properly, you know. He never practiced it. He was not a fan of the destruction technique because he thinks it's a disgusting technique. That's Goku's take on using the Hakai. He doesn't like it because obviously it's destruction. It's not his type of vibe. Did I read it on the internet? I read it on the Shonen Jump app. But yeah, like the Goku Black arc in the manga, it makes so much sense. No corrupted Zamasu, no Sword of Hope Trunks, explanations for G4. Explanations for Trunks actually getting involved in surviving, explanations for Super Saiyan God having value, explanation for Super Saiyan Blue having value and there's differences between them, an explanation for why Super Saiyan 2 Trunks can hang with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, an explanation for why Super Saiyan 2 Trunks was able to survive in the future by himself for such a long time, and that's because Goku Black wasn't killing him because he needed to understand what makes a Saiyan truly strong, and that was anger and reaching your brink, you know. And Trunks was giving him a run in the money. No Zamasu in the sky, no corrupted Zamasu, no what you call it, Vegito looking weak, you know. None of that BS as if like he doesn't know what he's doing. No Vegito well, he was still cocky, but he tried to kill him straight away. They defused in like 10 minutes. Like he actually locked in. Like he wasn't trolling. Like I kid you not, he was talking crazy, but everybody talks crazy when they're stronger. But he wasn't taking his time. He was slicing him up like he was getting him gone. But in the anime, they're making it out like he's taking hits. Bro, he perfected him in the manga. Yeah, it was more like Z Gogeta, literally. It was a better depiction of how far ahead Goku and Vegeta are when they're fused. Anyways, the manga is so much better than the anime in regards to the Goku Black arc. The panels are very good. Obviously, visually, you can have your opinion because they did do very good with animating Goku and Vegeta against Zamasu and Goku Black. But I advise if you're going to read anything from the manga, you read the Goku Black arc because it has very large differences, but it's actually straight clean. Like, you know me, I'm a critic, you know. I study things I don't like so I can hate with full effect, you know. That's the type of guy I am, you know. I like to know every single detail to point out any inconsistencies and bad writing, because I'm biased when I read everything or watch everything. There's something wrong in everything, in most cases. But with the Goku Black arc, the only thing that was wrong with it is you could say the Vegito retcon and the Potara is just not working. Like, in reality, they could have just made Vegito finish the job, but they didn't want to do that because Akira Toriyama set up at the start of the arc that Zeno was going to need a friend. And Goku promised Zeno that he'd bring a friend. If he doesn't bring a friend, it's over. So he ended up bringing him the Zeno 2 from the different timeline. Like, the arc was set up to end with Zeno destroying it, so Goku can bring Zeno to the other Zeno. Like, that needed to happen. It was a necessity. And that's what leads to the Tournament of Power arc, where the two Zenos are playing chess, and they don't like that there's too many universes on the board, and they were going to destroy the universes anyways, but because Goku's friends with Zeno, he proposes a tournament instead, which allows the universes to have a fighting chance. So if it wasn't for Goku and making friends with Zeno and actually bringing Zeno to the future from the future arc, Universe 7 would just cease to exist without a fighting chance or anything like that. So, you know, in the anime, people make it out that the Tournament Power arc is useless. There was no point of it because there was no stakes or anything like that. In the manga, they very much emphasize that without Goku, the Tournament Power arc wouldn't have happened and Universe 7 would just cease to exist because the Xenos were playing chess and they didn't like that there was too many weak universes just existing for no reason. So he was going to get rid of a bunch of universes regardless. It makes it very apparent that there was intention behind the TOP, even though MVP 17 wished all the universes back. If he didn't do that, they would have just ceased to exist regardless, and plus Goku obviously gave everybody a fighting chance. So it wasn't useless, but it feels useless because it just ends up the same it was up before afterwards, but obviously everybody gets character buffs because they get stronger. Doom, what's good, bro? So yeah, I'd advise reading Goku Black Arc, man. Like I be watching stuff with all my Sharingan to make sure that I can point out things I can hate on. And honestly, the only thing I can pretty much say is the Vegito stuff, you know, the Patara and the retcon. Everything else was great. I remember there was a video about abused Dragon Ball Super manga power scale, and he ended up saying it's worse than the anime power scaling. It's definitely not. How many arcs you got to read? I finished the Moro arc, but I'm not going to speak about... someone didn't want me to speak about the Moro arc because of spoilers. But I kind of want to speak about it. But we're not there yet. I need to talk about TOP now. TOP is very different. TOP is very different. So let me catch my breath and then I'll speak about it. Because I was speaking a lot. Give me a break. I was talking a lot. Oh my god! Yeah, cold, man. And he hit a glide on me. Urutoro, what's good, bro? I'd say long time, but I haven't streamed in a long time either, so. Gohan didn't beat Kefla. That's misinformation. Oh, don't kill me. I'm making dumb plays, man. Alright, locked in. Oh, I dropped comboed with a green card. Am I a bot? I might be, bruh.
We're settling this now. I won't let you get away with this.
I'm cooked after this, though. I just realized. No, I'm good.
Leave it to me.
Got you. I was trying to drop combo. Oh man, how do you drop combo? Got you. Why am I speaking like Goku? I'll start speaking about the TOP arc after this game and the differences. There's a lot. Send you to hell. That's a beam, right? Of course it is. Yes, sir. GG's. Alright, cool. Let's talk about the TOP arc and the differences, right? So straight away, the TOP arc is different. So like I explained, the Xenos are playing chess, right? They realize there's too many chess pieces, right? Nice bit of foreshadowing, by the way. when Zeno puts down the chess piece to checkmate the other Zeno, the chess piece that he checkmates the other Zeno with is a Universe 7 piece. Something small, but it's you know, it's pretty cool. I mean, cool. Anyways, they're looking at the chessboard and they're like, there's too many pieces here. And then the grand piece, he's like, oh, do you want to perhaps destroy some of the universes? And then Zeno's like, oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. Bro, why is the grand priest adding ideas to eradicate universes as if that's not where Whis is his son? But what I think is, he just wants to see his son. Because if the universe gets destroyed, Whis doesn't have a universe to work for. So he has to come back to the God realm. But I digress. Anyways, they're basically on track to erase all the universes. And then Goku is very, like, he's getting impatient because he wants to fight strong fighters from other universes. So he's still got the button, and depending on which side he presses the button, Zeno comes to him or he goes to Zeno. And Beerus is basically threatening, do not go to Zeno, bro. If you go to Zeno, the universe might be destroyed because Zeno's a kid, you know, he just does whatever. But Goku's like, too late. And he presses the button. So he goes to Zeno now. And when he goes to Zeno, he proposes the idea of the tournament because Zeno wanted to see a tournament during the Universe 6, Universe 7, because he shows up at the end and he's like, why are you guys doing the tournament without my permission, Universe 6, Universe 7? But obviously he finds it interesting, but he forgot about it. Zeno forgot about it. But Goku showing up reminds him, and what that leads to is the tournament power actually happening. Now note, it's very important that you do not blame Goku for the tournament power and all the universes being at risk. A lot of people do that. But it's not Goku's fault. They were going to destroy the universes anyways. Goku put the idea forward because it was supposed to happen and he wants to fight. But then instead of just erasing the universes, the Zenos decide, oh, we can actually put them to a tournament and have some entertainment. One of the Zenos has seen the Universe 6, Universe 7, so he knows how entertaining it can be, and the other one hasn't seen it. So he wants the other one to see tournament happen. So what ends up happening is, all of the universe gods of destruction, the Whis and the angels and the Kais, they have to show up immediately within the next 10 minutes basically. So now they all show up, all the gods of destructions are in the realm, right? And they are pissed. They're thinking, what the hell? Why the hell am I here now? What did we do? Why is the Grand Priest summoning for me? They're all scared. And then Beerus is angry because he knows it's Goku's fault. And then everybody's looking at Beerus and Champa's looking at Beerus. They're like, oh, it was your Goku. It's your fault. It's your fault. Everyone's pissed because obviously they don't want to deal with the Grand Priest and Zeno. And two of Zenos of that. They're even like, why is there two Zenos? It's even worse. But cool. Basically, they put down the idea of a preliminary to show the other Zeno what the tournament's like. So what they do to make it fair, because there's only gods in the god realm right now, all of the gods of destructions do a little test tournament so that they can show the Zeno what it's gonna be like. So basically, all of the universe gods fight each other in a mini Royal Rumble. That's what happens. And basically, the last time, obviously they got summoned now, but the reason everybody hates Beerus, everybody in the god realm, all of the gods of destruction, they hate Beerus. And the reason they hate Beerus is because maybe a lot of years ago, right? Like, let's say 1,000,000 years ago, I forgot how many years, they did the Zeno summoned everybody for a hide and seek tournament. And Beerus was winning the tournament, right? He was hiding, but he fell asleep during the hide and seek. So the Grand Priest had to call off the tournament, right? But that meant that they were searching for him for like 100 years, bro. Because he fell asleep. And you know, Beerus sleeps forever. But everybody got in trouble because Beerus didn't come out. So as a result of that, everybody holds a grudge against Beerus. Because how you falling asleep during hide and seek? So now when they do the Royal Rumble with all the gods of destruction, all of them jump Beerus. It's like all of the gods, they jump Beerus. They're like, oh, I guess we can finally get our anger out and take you out. Bro, it was mad funny, but Beerus is just, he just goated. He just goated, bro. He just handles it. He just handles it, bro. And the other strongest one is Belmod, the clown. But you know that. But basically, they didn't put any restrictions on it, and because the Gods of Destructions are too strong, Zeno's eyes can't keep up, so it's not entertaining to them. So what they do instead, Goku's obviously there, right? Goku's watching, and like Zeno's eyes can't keep up with the Gods of Destruction because they're too strong. So instead, the Grand Priest says, alright, cool. The Grand Priest says, Goku, we're gonna put you up because there's one other mortal here. Now Belmod to the God of Destruction meeting with all the angels and the Kais, right? He brought Toppo. So there's two mortals in the God realm at the current moment. He brought Toppo. The reason he brought Toppo, because Toppo's obviously training to be a God of Destruction. So what ends up happening is we get to see Goku versus Toppo. And this is before the TOP. Obviously Goku and Toppo, they're not fighting at crazy levels, so seeing their abilities is cool for Zeno. The Grand Priest specifically wants Zeno to be happy, so Zeno starts explaining to the other Zeno, oh my god, you know Goku's hair can change color? Yeah, it's really cool. So the Grand Priest asks Whis to tell Goku, please ask Goku to transform multiple times so that Zeno can be entertained. So he goes Super Saiyan, right? He's like, oh my god, his hair is yellow. The Zenos are excited, they're happy, right? And then he's like, okay, go to your next transformation now. Goku goes Super Saiyan 2. Zeno goes, there's not much different. That looks kind of boring. Beerus goes, Goku, skip to Super Saiyan 3, quick, we need to see a difference, quick. Bro, I was crying. He was like, there's no difference between Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, go Super Saiyan 3, quick. So he goes Super Saiyan 3 now, obviously the hair goes long, and Zeno's like, yo, his hair's long. Beerus is stressed. Cool. And obviously, he's in Super Saiyan 3 now, but Toppo still right hooks him. Goku's getting slammed. And then Beerus is like, stop, we can't make our Universe 7 look bad. You can't lose to Toppo. You can't lose to him. He's like, hurry up and go God. Goku goes God straight away, yeah. And he's still getting beat. The Zenos are gassed. Oh my god, red hair now. They're gassed. Yeah, and also there's like a quote, yeah. There's a quote from Whis, right? There's a little speech bubble. And then the Grand Priest is asking Whis, how many transformations does Goku have? Whis is like, oh, he has Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, Super Saiyan God, and Blue. So I guess that makes 5. I'm thinking, yeah, Daima is pretty interesting. This is something that nobody brings up. Like, people forget this speech bubble, but I've seen it now. So I'm like, yo. Anyways. Obviously, Beerus is getting pissed. Blood pressure high, trust. And he's like, Goku, stop messing around and finish this. So now he goes Blue. And then Toppo's like, so you've been holding back on me. So obviously Goku goes in and Goku's talking crazy. Goku's like, this is literally Goku. So you were a strong fighter, but it's about time I end this. Goku goes in. Toppo's knee ends up in Goku's stomach. Goku goes, oh. I've never seen Goku go cocky and get slammed in the next 3 seconds. That's never happened. I was thinking, what? Toppo just cooked him. Base form. This is not the Dragon Ball I watched. Bro, like he was, you know, like the cocky Namek special. The Namek special. You challenge the fighter superior to you and lost. Like that's how he was talking to Toppo just to get cooked. It made no sense. I was thinking Toppo's like that. Beerus is now stressed, blood pressure high. Whis goes, oh my. Even Whis couldn't believe it. But then the Zenos were entertained in it. So they were like, alright, cool. We're going to do this tournament with all the universes. Everyone was shook. Base Toppo slammed Super Saiyan Blue Goku. I was thinking, what? Bear in mind, this is perfected blue. Like, this is Goku Blue that doesn't leak aura, right? Like, so he should have cooked Toppo. But, bro, I was like, nah. Wait, Hey, it's mad funny, bro. Anyway, that's only like the first that's only the first 2-3 chapters. You guys gotta read this, bro. It's so tough. Anyways, now we go back to Earth and whatnot, and Beerus, yeah, as soon as he gets back to planet Beerus, yeah, Beerus gives Goku boo at the back of his head. He's like, bro, why did you have to go there? But then obviously he was gonna erase him. I swear he was gonna erase him on spot. But obviously he needs him for the tournament. And Shin was like, hold on. They were gonna destroy the tournaments anyway. They were gonna destroy the universe anyways. Like Universe 7 was on track to be destroyed because it's weak. So technically Goku saved everybody, you know. Even though like he put us in danger, it's better than just being erased without trying, you know. Cool. Oh, that was done. This guy's team's actually good. I'm gonna have to try. I hate that. What happens? I'm trying to think. Cool, they basically start gathering fighters here for the Tournament of Power. And the way they were gathering fighters here, they were struggling. They were like, alright, cool, let's get everybody. We got Master Roshi, we got Krillin, we can get Android 17, 18, obviously Goku, Vegeta. They ask about Goten and Trunks here. And you know what? They were like, what about Gohan? They said, nah, as he is, he's cooked. Let's ask Tien. He was so cooked, yeah. They asked Tien before Gohan. You know how weak Gohan had to be to say, for them to say, like we should get Tien first. Like that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. I was thinking, nah. But cool. Obviously, when they pick up Piccolo, Piccolo is adamant on training, and then Goku's like, "What are you gonna train?" And he's like, "I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Gohan." Like. Piccolo obviously a real guy. He's like, we gotta get Gohan without choice. But Goku and Vegeta were like, nah, we should ask Tien first.
Leave it to me.
Okay, I'm kind of getting cooked here. Flipping hell.
Fighting me
now. What happens after that? They basically gather all the fighters, you know, for the tournament. Boo doesn't fight because he fell asleep, and when Boo falls asleep, it's basically GG's. Like he's not waking up. So they had Tien, Master Roshi, Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, 17, 18, Krillin, and they obviously got Frieza.
That's as far as you go.
They revived Frieza, and to be honest, it was the best decision they could have made. They should have got Goten and Trunks, but then obviously someone like Tien wouldn't have participated, which would have been better, to be honest. But Vegeta said leave the kids out of it, which was really cool, you know, showing a bit of humanity. I really think they should have just got Trunks though, but obviously they don't want to mess with the time. They like messing with time is illegal. Obviously they did it for the future arc and they spammed it, so they didn't want to spam it again, especially since they're already in a sense in trouble with the Grand Priest and like how the tournaments are already, like all the universes are fighting. So they don't want to bring a fighter from a different timeline when messing with the universe, messing with time is illegal. I think I lost this. Oh no, I got it. Can I get a green card? That would be perfect right now. Oh, delicioso. Can I have my main ability, please? I guess not. Oh, that was fugazi, bro. I'm cooked, bro. They should have subbed out Tien and Krillin, because them two did nothing. And then brought Goten and Trunks, and then allowed them to fuse. Because fighters were allowed to fuse. And that would have been better for the economy. The Universe 7 economy. Perfect.
I'll give you something good. Hey! Time to get serious.
If they fail, it's GG's. Fat Gold Tanks still putting a lot of money on the table in the Tournament of Power against most of those fighters. Fat Gold Tanks is doing a lot, bro. Fat Gold Tanks was hanging with Cell Max, don't forget. Obviously, they're older, but still. Mervan with the 24 months. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for forfeiting. That guy was trying his hardest, probably, but whatever. I'm not doing the push-ups today. I went gym. I haven't been gym in like a week, so my body's sore. And I'm talking about talking about super. Anyways, let's get to the Tournament of Power, right? So obviously, Urator, that don't give me push-ups because he put the membership message, but he didn't actually become a member. It doesn't actually add, you know. It does, but it doesn't. Let's get to the Tournament of Power. So I'm gonna just brush through most of it. Because there's just a lot of side characters. I'm just gonna give you the juice, right? You want to know what's valuable in the Tournament of Power in the manga. That's different. Cool. Frieza probably, if you asked me who knocked off the most participants in the Tournament of Power, it might be Frieza, bro. I wasn't counting, but Frieza or MVP 17 did the most work in TOP, bro. KO put some numbers up too, but I don't think as much because they got knocked off. No, they didn't get knocked off once, like, KO basically got slowed down. KO knocked off a bunch of randos, but, like, I don't think the most. I really think Frieza did more. Frieza got off a bunch of guys off rip. A bunch of guys. Like, within the first 2 chapters, he already had, like, 6 bodies, bro. And Frost. Funny moments. Ribrianne was dissing Android 18, talking about she's ugly. And when she's... Bro, I posted on Twitter, yeah, and it has like 18k likes. It's mad funny, though. Ribrianne's like, you're ugly as hell, basically. And Android 18 goes... Like Ribrianne wasn't talking about her, but Android 18 knows she's some sweetness. So she starts looking back like, you're not talking to me, cause like, you can't be talking to me. Like, she starts looking confused. Another funny moment, obviously, Caulifla's like, why does this guy keep going against us Saiyans? And then obviously Frieza's like, oh, let's just chalk it up to prejudice. But in my translation, it says coincidence. Obviously, Frieza's racist. What else was funny? At the start of the Tournament of Power, unlike in the manga, Goku immediately looks for Jiren. And all of the Pride Troopers were holding him back. Like, he was doing like an 8v1. And Jiren was not paying him any mind. Like, all the other Pride Troopers were holding him. They had him in a headlock, had his leg. And he had to go Super Saiyan, I think he went Super Saiyan God. Just to get free of all the NPC Pride Troopers. Oh, this is perfect. I need you dead. What else happened? What was Gohan doing? He was fighting with Piccolo for the most part. So what ended up happening is Beerus told everybody to fight as a team, right? Obviously, this is Universe 7. Nobody's fighting as a team. Beerus told everybody fight as a team. Nobody's fighting as a team. Whoa, Frieza, Goku, Vegeta all decide not to fight as a team. Android 17 too, and 18. But that means all the bums, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, and Master Roshi, they go back to back to back. They're holding their, like, each other's backs. and they tried to do teamwork. Obviously, teamwork gimmick is like whatever, and they eventually get split up. So I think at one point, because Frieza befriended Frost, Frieza told Frost to take out Tien and Krillin and Master Roshi because they're bums. They're the weakest in the universe. And he used them as a ploy to let Frost take out a bunch of people in the TOP, building Frost's trust. And then Frieza knocks out Frost later on. Like, he was Aizen. Frieza was actually doing Aizen plays, but he used Krillin and Tien as like bait to create trust between him and Frost because they're the same race. And obviously Frieza also led him on to say, oh, I have another transformation, you use all your power, and after you're done we'll swap out. But they didn't swap out. Obviously Frieza betrays Frost. What else? Gohan fought the Trio of the Danger with Piccolo. Piccolo fought 2 of them and I think he handled them, and Gohan fought Bergamo and handled him, I'm pretty sure. Did Hit do anything? Hit was fighting Jiren. So after like halfway through the tournament, Hit's fighting Jiren one-on-one. And Goku finally got free of all the bums that were basically holding him up. And he wants to get involved. So Hit and Goku start fighting together. Then Hit's like, I wasn't training, I wasn't doing nothing since the last time we fought. I don't just rely on my time skip anymore. I'm a real fighter now. But he says he has one time skip ability, and that's the time skip to stop time for only Jiren. He doesn't explain the technique, but he's basically saying to Goku, listen, bruv, when I do this technique, I need you to help me fight Jiren at full power. And Goku's like, I kind of want to beat him on my own. So he doesn't help Hit. So Hit basically is fighting Jiren one-on-one, and he's winning, quote unquote. He's slowing him down a lot, and he keeps pushing Jiren to the edge, right? But Jiren's not even using 50% of his power. So he's getting pushed to the edge, pushed to the edge, pushed to the edge. And when they get right to the edge of the tournament of power, like the arena, Jiren releases more of his strength and basically increases his speed as Hit's basically fatigued, and then Hit gets knocked out of the tournament of power. Just like that. It was really upsetting because he didn't do anything but fight Jiren, but it made it look like he had a good fighting chance. But if Hit fought Goku, Goku would have lost. Something I want to make very, very clear. If Hit fought Goku in the TOP, Goku would have got kicked out. He don't have a technique to beat that technique that he used on Jiren. And he's also just not strong enough to do so. Kale, she went berserk, like on some Broly, you know. Yeah, Goku sold Hit basically. So they could have knocked out Hit if Goku just helped him. But, you know, it happens. Kale goes berserk and starts knocking out hella people, but she also starts knocking out a bunch of her own universe. She knocked out a couple Namekians, I think. She knocked out the Metal Man. I think she hurt Kaba. Like, she was very OP, but also a hindrance because she can't control herself. So what ends up happening is, I think she's about to get knocked off. I forgot how, but basically, unlike in the anime, I don't remember how it happened in the anime, but you know, they had the Pataras, and I think Champa throws the Pataras to Caulifla, right? But in the anime, in the manga, Caulifla is Swiper no swiping, you know, Swiper the Fox, and she steals the Patara earrings from the Supreme Kai of Universe 6, but she thinks they're just jewelry, but really they're Patara earrings, obviously. So what ends up happening is Kaba asks for one of the Pataras, and that was good. Kaba asks for one of the Pataras so that he can put the Patara on Kale, and Caulifla is going to put on the other one, and it forces their fusion. Now, something also cool that they don't talk about enough, they didn't talk about it a lot in the anime, Kale has the strength. She's stronger, she's physically stronger than Caulifla, but Caulifla has the brains. So them being a fusion makes them potentially one of the strongest fighters in the whole tournament of power. Baited. That was so tough, bro. That was so tough what I just did. So Caulifla has the full fighting strength. She's like the prodigy of Universe 6. But Kale has this untapped power that she hasn't used. But she's probably the strongest and the most dangerous in the TOP besides from Jiren at the time. So when they fuse, they create the strong fighter. And I think Kefla went ahead and started fighting Goku. But then Gohan's like, chill dad, I got this. Now I know you guys have seen the panel of Goku letting Kefla put like her legs, he leg locks his head. We know what Gohan's on, bro. This guy, he loves women, bro. We know why he went to uni. This guy didn't go to regular uni, he went to Streamers University, bro. He's there strictly for the huzz. He's studying? Nah, bro. He's there for the huzz. We know why he's at uni, bro. We know what Gohan's on, bro. He didn't go to regular uni. That guy went to Streamers University. But long story short, the fight was really underwhelming. Like, you would think if Gohan's fighting Kefla, the fight's gonna be fight of the year, right? Honestly, it's the worst fight in the whole of Dragon Ball Super. I kid you not. The Gohan versus Kefla fight, from what I've read so far, it was the least entertaining fight for how high of an expectation I had of it. I was thinking, alright, cool, Gohan's gonna do something crazy, Kefla's doing cool stuff. How Kefla looked in the anime, bro, they will talk about Kefla in TOP like she was King Von. She's that, bruh. You had Android 17, Android 18 jumping out the way, Golden Frieza, Piccolo, everyone's getting out the way. But in the manga, you know, they're going blow for blow. Like, you know Ino and Sakura. That's what it was like. They're doing this. Hold on. It was the worst thing I ever seen. They're doing this. They're clashing like this. What, bro? Where's the dodging? Where's the transformation? What? Oh, and it pissed me off, yeah. This Gohan guy goes. Oh no, Kefla's like to him, aren't you gonna transform like the other Saiyans? Can't you use Super Saiyan? Gohan goes, I don't do that anymore. I'm gonna fight as a human. Oh, brother. Oh, you're just so much better than everybody, aren't you? You go to uni, guys go to uni and start saying, beat it, chick. Like, bro, just go Super Saiyan, bro. Go Super Saiyan, bro. No one wants to hear this smack talk. You know, you didn't even beat her. You could have went Super Saiyan 2 right there and you would have won. Why are you trolling, bro? The universe is on the line, he's talking about something. I don't want to go Super Saiyan. I'm a human. I fight as a human. Bro, I'm not trying to hear that. He's in Ultimate. He's always in Ultimate. This guy studies. He's at uni in Ultimate. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I don't rate Gohan, bro. Actually, I thought I would read the manga and he'd be cool. I'm not hearing this. I'm a human. I go to uni now. Beat it, chick. Like, bro, just go Super Saiyan 2 and we be alright. He's doing too much. I don't know what he's doing, bro. And like, I would hear him, you know. I would hear him if he won. I would understand. If he won, I'd be like, yeah, cool. Do your own thing, you know. But why, at the end of the fight, they do this? This is how the fight ends. They do this at the edge of the arena, and they both knock each other out. That guy's a bum. That guy's a bum, bro. Stay home, invite Trunks. Invite Trunks, bro. Invite Trunks, bro. Because what's he doing, bro? Taking up space. Taking up space, bro. Don't know why he's flexing just to not win. Like, you don't understand how my disappointment is for Trunks. Like, I mean, for Gohan. I watched the superhero movie. I don't like the idea of how his transformation came apart in the anime. They didn't explain it well, some plot armor stuff. We all know this. But at least he got aura, you know. He aura farmed in superhero. But this manga Gohan, bruv, he's a Power Ranger. This guy, like, bro, we gotta start putting him up. Death battle. Red Ranger versus Gohan. The Red Ranger might catch the dub somehow. This guy is washed, bro. This guy is washed, bro. He's not my GOAT. Not my GOAT. Not my GOAT, bro. Not my GOAT, bro. Anyways, something I didn't mention from the the Goku Black arc, right? It's a good piece of writing, yeah. Trunks prop. If you guys don't know, Trunks is my favorite character besides Goku. But what's interesting to note, in his timeline, Goku gives a little speech here, and he basically explains that Trunks is the symbol of hope in his universe. So you know how Goku in his universe is always putting on the speech about him being, I'm the pride of everybody of planet Earth. I am the symbol of hope, the symbol of strength. Everybody believes in me. I can't let everybody, you know, Goku does that cocky talk, right? That's basically Trunks in his timeline, right? And he puts in a lot more work than Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, possibly combined, have ever put in. No joke. No joke. This guy by himself, in his timeline, he had to lock in to protect everybody from the Cell invasion, Android 1718, flipping yo, Dabura, Majin Buu, Goku Black. This guy's doing everything. Bro, you know how hard it is to get a job in 2025? This guy's forever employed. This guy is forever employed, bro. There's always a job for him without Super Saiyan 3. We need to talk about Trunks in his timeline. He's that, bruh. If he wanted you out of there, he's gonna do it himself, on feet, by himself. Super Saiyan 2, that's all he's got. They gotta give Trunks a movie. I would love for a Trunks movie where I see him go Super Saiyan 2 in his timeline with the bing, and he's beating Dabura, he's beating Majin Buu, and a little bit of the struggle, and they just reanimate the future arc with what happened. Oh, it would feed families, bro. It would feed families, bro. But you know, that's whatever. Just for note, bite, Super Saiyan 2 Trunks is about equivalent to early Goku Black Rose, probably. Maybe just weaker. So he can hang with Godki in Super Saiyan 2. And he's still training further beyond. You know, Vegeta told him, don't relax. You know, now you're going back to your timeline. Don't relax, you know. Super Saiyan 2 is at least God Goku level. That guy, he's that, bro. We need to start putting respect on Trunks' name, bro. Because he was putting in work. That guy was going through it by himself. Everyone's dead.
Give up and go home.
Future Gohan. Future Gohan's dead. His mom died. Oh yeah! Something important. I think this happened in the anime as well. He went back to the... Obviously, Zeno erased his timeline. So he went back to a different timeline where there's already another Trunks there. So there's two Trunkses in the same timeline. And this Trunks is Super Saiyan 2 Trunks that went back is God Goku level. Train up the old Trunks. And they're the same, it's teen Trunks, like adult Trunks. There's two of them in the same timeline now. The other timeline is perfect. It's what if Trunks fused by himself? Not a fan of the writing there. What's wrong with it? Zeno destroyed his timeline, so if he goes back to another timeline because he didn't want to stay with Goku and Vegeta in this timeline, he has to go to a timeline where Trunks already exists. That's the only option he has. He just didn't want to stay with Goku and Vegeta because he is meant to be his own man. He tried to protect his universe, but it wasn't possible. Fusion Zamasu was just that. Zeno erases his timeline, he has nowhere else to go, but he just didn't want to stay with Goku and Vegeta because he already felt like he was a burden. Like, even when he traveled time, he creates a new time ring, which is a timeline, and that it disrupts a lot for the Supreme Kais. So he wanted to leave, innit? Like, there was nothing bad about the writing, it's just the decision he made. Obviously, if you don't like it, you don't like it, but that's just something else that's on the side. Anyways, besides I went on my sidetrack, let's go back to TOP. Let's get to the juice now. TLP. Jiren's way stronger than Goku. The explanation for Ultra Instinct is 100 times better in the manga than the anime, right? I'm gonna get straight to the juice. The explanation for Ultra Instinct is 100 times better in the manga than the anime. However, the pacing for it is horrendous. It's horrendous, bro. It's the worst, like, I'd say it's the worst thing paced in the whole manga. Bro, they could have spaced it out so much better, but it was bad. So this is what happens. Goku is frustrated because he can't beat Jiren. Between everybody getting knocked off, they were showing like interactions between Goku and Jiren, and Goku basically not being able to best him. Then basically all the bums have been knocked off. Gohan, Piccolo, Tien, Krillin, Android 18's even gone. MVP 17 pretend blew himself up, I think. So it's just Goku, Vegeta, Master Roshi, and Frieza. Those are the 4 left. But 17's there, you know he's there. But they think he's dead because they can't sense his ki because he's an android. No ki. Master Roshi explains, you keep trying to go forward with your head, that's why it's not working. And he's like, think about all the lessons that you've had in your life, all the senseis you've had. He brings up himself, and obviously, like Master Roshi, like they all give quotes to basically explain all of the teachers that he's had in his life. They all give quotes to basically explain, you need to stop going forward with your mind and let your body do the thinking. Basically, everybody has a quote which subtly foreshadows Ultra Instinct from the beginning of Dragon Ball. But what I will say is, Akira Toriyama did not think this far forward, and we know that. We're not gonna, you know, act like he had this plan from 1990. But, just coincidentally, every single sensei that Goku has had has said something that implies he needs to let his mind, like, go so his body can be free, basically. Which is basically the principle of Ultra Instinct. We all know this. Long story short, Master Roshi locks in, and he basically, I could have made the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still got it when you find out your goat's still good at Legends. I still got it. Anyways, Master Roshi, he basically shows Goku a working example, and his crazy ass, his crazy old self, decides to swoop in and fight Jiren on his own. Like, this guy goes in, and he goes in and starts dodging Jiren. How is this guy? He's dead weaving Jiren. Obviously, it didn't last for long. It lasted for 2 pages. Then Jiren hit him with the knocked him the hell out. Just sent him to hell. It didn't last for long, but you know, it was enough for Goku to realize, oh, I understand it now. I understand. Like, Goku basically said, I understand it now. Ultra Instinct gets unlocked in 4 pages. Master Roshi explains the sensei thing. He goes in and fights Jiren. He gets knocked out. Then Goku says, I understand it now. After that page, 5 pages, he's in Ultra Instinct. I kid you not, it was that quick. And I'm like, I know he was trying over a period of time, but like, you know, that just happening immediately after the explanation didn't feel good. It was just quick. It was quick as hell. In the anime, he gets to sign multiple times. He gets to sign 2 or 3 times. Then he goes master, you know. In the manga, he goes sign immediately after Roshi gets knocked off. And then he even taps into the full white hair for a little bit, you know. The fight is decently paced once he's in Sign, but his a bit like the pacing to get into Sign was way too fast in my opinion. So somebody said earlier in the stream that the anime done it better. I don't think the anime done it better. I think they portrayed it better. They didn't explain it well in the anime in my opinion. They explained it good enough, but I think they could have done a much better job. In the anime it's put up like Goku, 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 monkey. Everybody's like, he's putting all in, everybody's hopes are enough to give him Ultra Instinct. But in the anime, it's all down to technique and understanding of your mind and body, you know? So I think the explanation in the anime is worse, but over a period of time, you can see the effort he's putting in, which makes it better. So it's an opinion thing. Me personally, I will always take a good explanation that makes sense. That's the type of guy I am. I'm not too fussed on visuals. You forgot Whis' explanation in 129. I'm not saying there was an explanation in anime. I never said that. I just said in the manga, it's in more detail and easier to understand. I think the explanation in the manga is better. The portrayal in the anime is better. So if you prefer a visual, you know, over time seeing Goku try, it makes more sense. You know, to see it. But in the manga, you know, Roshi gets knocked off and he immediately understands it. It doesn't feel good, but it makes 100% sense of how he was able to understand it. So take your pick. Personally, I'm reading, so I like an explanation. But for the visual, the manga was outright better. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I mean, for the visual, the anime was outright better. Sorry. Don't Beerus tell the other gods to shut up and watch? In the anime, yeah. The way it happened in the anime... Dad, tell me about how what it was like watching Goku go Ultra Instinct on Crunchyroll weekly. It was a masterpiece. There was nothing like it. There was nothing like it. There's nothing like it. That anime experience was unreal, bro. Goku! Are you? But yeah. Just so you know, unlike in the anime, it isn't enough. Like, you know, in MUI, Duma, take care, bro. Sorry, you probably don't want to cut, but you probably have to. Take care. In the anime, Goku bests him, but then it runs out after. In the manga, it's just not good enough. Jiren is just that. Jiren is unbelievable. Jiren is unbelievable talent, bro. I think Vegeta tries his best as well. Okay, can I get a strike? Oh, it's a blast every time now. GG's. Vegeta taps into SSBE, and he gives his run at Jiren, and he's actually giving Jiren a run for his money after MUI Goku's MUI Goku finishes basically. I'm trying to lock in on this game, which is why like I'm not speaking. Sorry. So like after MUI Goku basically runs out, SSBE Vegeta, he's like, alright, cool, my time to shine. He runs in with the scream. He just knocks Toppo out the way, right? And I think in the end, Frieza knocks out Toppo, which is a difference. He doesn't do the final explosion. Frieza knocks out Toppo and Dispo at the same time, because when they get knocked out the way, they're on the edge. Dispo is Toppo's favorite cheerleader, bro. he keeps saving Toppo. I think he saved him twice. But yeah, Vegeta goes in. I'm remembering wrong. Goku taps into UI, loses. Vegeta taps into SB, loses. Then MUI Goku comes, loses. Yeah, thank you, Jando. What Jando wrote happens, not what I wrote. Let me reread it just so. Goku taps into UI, loses. Vegeta taps into SSBE, loses, and then MUI comes and loses. Pause. Anyways. SSBE Vegeta gets respect from Jiren. Jiren doesn't mention, like, he doesn't like remembering names. So at first he wasn't remembering Goku's name. Then he remembers Jiren's name. I mean, he remembers Goku's name. Then after Vegeta goes in, obviously, then he's like, oh, you're Vegeta, aren't you? Like, it puts respect on Vegeta's name. He got very good props. And then after that, basically, the power of friendship knocks out Jiren, making Universe 7 win. It's the same way Frieza and Goku they knock him out, I think. Yeah. MVP 17 wins. Something else to note, right? Jiren is actually a decent character in the manga. Whoa. Jiren is a decent character in the manga. Whoa. Like, he's actually got writing here. Cool. So, before the Tournament Power started, they showed off like a lot of Jiren's tendencies to do things alone. He's a lone warrior, and the reason he's a lone warrior is because his sensei died before his sensei died, but Jiren didn't get acknowledged by his sensei, which led him on his long search of pure strength where nobody can overcome him. And he got that strong to the point where he's stronger than Belmod, the god of destruction in his universe. But he doesn't fight for other people. He fights for himself, and he wants to win the Tournament of Power to wish his sensei back to life so that he can get acknowledgement from him. But his sensei is very good friends with the god of destruction, Belmod, and Belmod understands that Jiren is misunderstanding what his sensei was trying to tell him. His sensei was trying to tell Jiren he never said it directly, which is why Jiren was lost for so long and searching for strength through his soul power. His sensei tried to pass on the message of trusting in your allies, power of friendship, the general jazz of shonen, you know. But Jiren never understood that. He never understood it. And obviously, Belmod also is one that agrees with strength over everything. He's not a believer of the power of friendship, which is why Belmod always came with the notion of, as long as we have Jiren, we're gonna win. Obviously, Jiren doesn't win, so it proves that Jiren Sensei's philosophy correct, and Belmod was wrong. And Vegeta, the line, what's the line? Vegeta goes to a thing like, oh, you want validation from your sensei, like he's your dad or something. He says something like that. Vegeta gets onto him. But like, it gives Jiren a lot more depth, given that he was so bland in the anime. Like, he was soloing, but only because he believed strength was over everything. And really and truly, he could have soloed everybody if he locked in from the jump. But like, for example, he could have saved Toppo and Dispo before Frieza knocked them off. But he said, nah, you guys can fall off. I'll do it myself. And then even Belmod goes, those guys don't matter. As long as we have Jiren, we're gonna win. Obviously, they end up losing to the power of teamwork, and Belmont's feeling like an idiot because he also isn't a believer of the power of teamwork, but it's the one lesson that he disagreed with that ended up being his demise, which is a very good conclusion for Jiren and Universe 11, I think it is, versus what we got with the anime, you know. Which was really cool. Vital, take care, bro. So obviously Jiren learns true strength, which is in trusting in your allies, because Toppo speaks to him after and he understands it. And then MVP 17 wishes everybody back, and the TOP ends. You know, that's pretty much it. I know I didn't explain things in correct order. I've been reading Dragon Ball Super back to back for the last 10 days, right? And like, there's a lot of information to process, so I'm doing my best. And it's a one-time read, you know. But yeah, those are the main differences in TOP. I don't think there's anything else that I left out. I finished the Moro arc, and I'm not going to talk about it in detail. I just started the Granola arc. I'm not going to talk about it in detail because I don't want to spoil people. I'm up to date with Boruto. I just haven't read the most recent chapter. It came out like recently, I think. I'm just going to mention my opinion on it. I'm gonna talk about my opinion on the Moro arc, but I'm not gonna go into details about why I have my opinions. And I think my opinions are actually correct, but obviously, you know, Dragon Ball fans will have their opinions because Dragon Ball fans don't have high expectations. But I had higher expectations for the Moro arc. It's not a great arc, in my opinion. I think because they have good transformations now, and you just want to see more of the transformations, it made the arc feel fulfilling, but from a story standpoint, I don't feel like it was great. It wasn't great. It could have been a lot better, very easily. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Like, it's just like enjoyable. I'd say good is the best way to describe it. I wouldn't give it higher than an 8, and giving it an 8 I don't think I would do. That's being generous. I'd give it 6.8, 6.8, maybe a 7. It could have been so much better. It was more so like the arc had a lot of stakes, but it was setting up for future arcs. So like the arc itself is only like a chess piece for the grand scheme of Dragon Ball Super. But the stakes in the arc were extremely high to the point where you'd think, you know, it would be more important in the grand scheme. I'm trying to explain it well without spoiling, man. It's really hard. I need a Dragon Ball. Can I get a Dragon Ball? There we go. Gotcha. Switch out now. I know you want to. There we go. There's no way for me to explain why it's not great without spoiling. I'm not gonna lie. I'm spoiler warning, spoiler warning. If you don't want to get spoiled, you got 20 seconds. You know, I'm gonna count down now. You got 20 seconds. I'm gonna start talking freely. So you should mute the audio if you don't want to get spoiled. I can't. I didn't know anything before I read it, so I don't think most people know the key points, which is why I don't want to speak. But if you don't want to get spoiled, mute. And I will type in the chat when I'm not spoiling anymore.
I can't afford to lose.
Kai, take care, bro. Does he get his vanish back? Let me finish this game. And then I'll give a countdown. I need to give the countdown. Brother, please stop holding on with Kaioken Goku. It's not that deep, bro. Just lose. Like, I know if you take out UI Goku, you win this game. But, like, I promise you, it's not that deep. Alright, cool. The reason... 10... Mute the audio. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, if you get spoiled, it's on you. The reason why the Moro arc isn't great is because it's a copy-paste of ideas that already exist to try and progress the story while exaggerating the arc itself. I put out a tweet on Twitter and I compared it to the pacing of the Dragon Ball Super Future arc, right? In the anime. It's not as bad, don't get it twisted, but it felt dragged in the same way because what ends up happening is Goku and Vegeta lose. The antagonist is kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna let you live today. Woo! Of course I'm gonna let you live today. Because even though I'm a bad guy, I have no brain cells. Just kidding. The main reason in this arc that Moro does that is because he wants them to be stronger, so when he eats, he actually gets more full. So he's greedy. In the future arc, the main reason Goku Black does that is because if he fights a stronger opponent and gets pushed to the edge, he will get even stronger. But for Goku Black, it's stupid as hell because you should just finish the Zero Mortal plan. You don't need to be the GOAT to do your Zero Mortal plan. Just kill Goku Vegeta, everybody else dies. But for Moro, I can understand because he's greedy. But it happened like 5 times. You know, the arc should have ended when... If I was writing the Moro arc, I would have made it so that Vegeta was able to get to Earth to fight with Goku. Because if they fought together with their ability, they would have slammed him. They hyped up Vegeta just for him to get sidelined again. And that pissed me off. I'm not even a Vegeta fan, bro. He was climbing my ranks, right? Like, I was saying, Vegeta, wow, you're so good, bro. Your heart, your drive to redeem yourself for your sins, everything like that, you're so great. Just for you to not do the job. Like, bro. You didn't do the job, bro. You did your best, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, like... And on top of that, I feel if he really was sorry, he would have changed entirely and worked with the idea of the power of friendship. Truly from the jump. Which is why I can't respect Vegeta. I'm sorry. I know everybody reads the Moro arc and they're like, oh, Vegeta's so great. His character development, everybody starts respecting him. But to a degree, his actions are very hypocritical. If you really read into it. This guy understands that he isn't the old Saiyan he wants to be. But he still wants to take all the glory for himself. So he isn't really carrying out the acts of somebody that is sorry for their actions. If I'm sorry for my actions, I'm doing everything it takes to make everything right for everybody. But instead, he still wants to fuel his own ego by beating Moro by himself, in which he fails and ends up having to help everybody anyways. So it felt like he was doing his best to repent, but he didn't fully commit to that idea because he wanted to take the glory for himself. He shows up and he's like, oh, you don't look good, Kakarot. Like, bro, are you here to flex or are you here to be repenting for your actions, you know? Which one are you trying to do? And if you look at it from that perspective, it really waters down the idea that Vegeta is trying to become a better person. Because if it's me, right? If I'm a Namekian and Vegeta killed my people, and then I'm seeing him, he's showing up late on purpose to Aura Farm, talking about some 17, 18, I got this, stop fighting. Like, bro, like, is what I'm saying ridiculous? If I'm a Namekian, it's like, how this guy could not be my hero, you know? If I had a grudge against Vegeta, he's lucky Namekians don't hold grudges. But if I had a grudge against Vegeta, I can't let this guy be my savior. Because why is his ego flaring when he's trying to save us? Or repent for his sins? I can't respect that. And it kind of contradicts the idea that he's creating this character development stepping stone. Even though his character development was the best thing out of the arc, it wasn't done well. If you actually read into the idea of what he's trying to accomplish, he's not doing it well. A lot of people maybe didn't pick that up, but that's something I felt about Vegeta. Especially if I'm like I'm a Christian. If I'm trying my best to atone for my sins, I don't know if the chat's frozen. I can't tell. I don't know if I'm a Christian. If I'm trying to repent for my sins, I can't repent for my sins while having an ego. You know, that contradicts everything that I was working towards. I never see, like, I've seen so many people gas up Vegeta's character development, but that's not something that people see, you know? It's very contradicting as a person who's trying to repent. And I really dislike that about it. So it built him up just for him to not cook. But if I put aside my critical hating skills, you know, my analysis skills as from writing perspective, if I put that aside, if I put it aside for the second, I need to stand up for this. I need to stand up for this. When Vegeta showed up! When Vegeta showed up and he's like, Kakarot, you're not looking so well. I said, talk to that! Talk to him! Talk, talk! I'm like, if I put aside all the critiques, I'd say, talk to him! Do it! Do it! I need you to cook right now. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie. There was no analysis in my brain talking about the writing is kind of contradicting. Forget all of that! You need to win. But he didn't win. So it was like, whatever. He didn't win, so it was like all to waste. Like, I gassed him, like, he was gassed up for nothing. He was gassed up for nothing, bro. Like, I even thought it's the first time he didn't fight first. Goku goes first. Ooh! He gets slammed. Okay, usually Vegeta fights first because his ego's in the way. Ooh, Vegeta gets slammed. Goku comes in, saves the day. But this time, Goku went first, got slammed, Vegeta goes second, and still loses. What the hell? Like, it irritated me. It irritated me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It really felt like there was a build-up for nothing. So, as much as people will gas up his progress, and like, I've told you this before, right? If you've been a subscriber here for a long time, you guys will know the reason I don't respect Vegeta is because all his problems are self-inflicted. I can't respect his final atonement because he didn't have to get margin. He could have just been settled, you know? But he's so desperate for power over the idea of anything else, he creates problems for himself. You know, it's the ego, the Saiyan pride. That's why I don't respect Vegeta. And I thought Vegeta was actually going to change for once. But he didn't change. He didn't change. You can't repent completely with your ego. It's not possible. It's not. It's not. Like, I was even thinking, yeah. I think, like, let's say I was writing Dragon Ball, yeah. But obviously, it's not my work. But let's say if I wanted this to be a, you know, a novel type of fiction. If I wanted Dragon Ball to be, alright, this is peak Attack on Titan layered writing. The end point for Vegeta, like his character arc, should end with him letting go of the Saiyan pride completely. Because as he carries that Saiyan pride, he carries every single, what did they call it? The dregs? The grudge? I forgot what it's called, the word for it. The dregs, I think it's the dregs of Saiyan lineage and history with how they were wiping out planets and the sins and all of that. I think it's dregs. I think the word is dregs. It's not grudges. Yeah, it's dregs. Dregs. The remnants of a liquid left in a container together with any sediment. So it's basically that the things that you've left behind, right? All the sins that he's left behind, every day he carries that Saiyan pride is him also carrying all the bad that he's done with his Saiyan pride from when he was a planet destroyer. So, I'm not saying he has to go that way, but if he's truly about repenting, I think it's contradictory to repent while having an ego. Those two cannot be simultaneous. And as long as it's simultaneous, he will always seem like he's contradicting himself, at least to me. End of Buu Saga Vegeta is the closest we've had to that. But in the Moro arc, he's doing sympathy gimmick, where he wants to repent and he feels sad, but he doesn't do it properly, you know? He takes steps for it and understands the feeling of feeling bad because he's had this humanity with meeting Bulma and having kids and living on Earth as a human. But his Saiyan pride always gets dragged along and it's weighing him down for his full potential of repenting. And as long as he carries his Saiyan pride, he can never fully repent, which is why something that was cool for me, something that was really good, like as a character point, as soon as Moro gets cooked, right, or like Vegeta starts cooking Moro and he's weak, Moro goes, "Do you think you're not going to hell?" The one bit that made me, like, all of this that I explained, right, is basically like just understanding of a person's character. It gets overwritten by the idea that Vegeta accepts he was going to hell. And I think that makes him a complete character while flawed. You don't have to come full circle to be a complete character. Characters having flaws makes them good. And Vegeta understanding he's going to hell is also a factor for how him not being able to completely repent ties in with what I'm saying. He knows he's going to hell, and that completes his character. You know, there's characters that everybody hates. Gabby in Attack on Titan. She's not a bad character because she's annoying. You don't like her because she's annoying, but she's a good character because she's annoying. Most people can't realize she's the same as Eren Yeager. In Tokyo Revengers, Kisaki Teta. Everybody hates this guy, but the fact that he can invoke that much emotion in you, being a bad person, makes him completely well written. And that's what you need in characters. So for me to like Vegeta, as I am, I don't like him as a character. That's me personally. But I think he is one of the most complete characters if you break down the levels of Vegeta. Like, he knows he's going to hell. Because he moves with his ego, he won't be able to completely repent. And he consistently carries his Saiyan pride, which obviously he's carrying the dregs of everything Saiyans have done in the past. And that makes Vegeta amazing for the arc. but that's like my props for it. But for what I wanted of Vegeta, I wanted him to actually fully repent. That's what I expected. But what I expect doesn't need to be what happens. So commendations to Akira Toriyama for writing Vegeta's character like that way. I really think he did something special with Vegeta. Maybe even more so than what we see with Goku. And that's a tall ask. I haven't read the Granola arc. I'm just talking about the Moro arc. He wouldn't go to hell, bro. The F is he talking about? If he has a pure heart, he helped Goku become God. He would go to hell because he's killed people in the past a lot of the time. Like, he's killed a lot of people and he understands the concept of that. He literally admits it himself. So, like, I don't know what you want me to say. You could argue that in the Buu saga, when he does the final atonement, that at that point he has a pure heart as well, because he tried to save everybody. But obviously the requirements aren't just that, you know? The requirements aren't just that. It's like, otherwise he would have went to heaven in the Majin Buu saga when he did the final atonement, but he didn't. So even at this state, he's built up too many sins to go to heaven. No, he wasn't pure heart when he did the final atonement. Is the requirement just to be pure heart? Is that you guys' requirement to go to heaven? Because if Vegeta thinks otherwise, I wouldn't say that that's the only requirement. Because even though he might be good in his actions completely, he still built up those sins. And those sins don't just get wiped away. Kit Kat, I spoke about the Future Trunks arc already. I'm not gonna go back to it, because I spoke about it a lot. Piccolo says it to Vegeta a lot. Does anyone know the time? It was like maybe 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. When am I gonna read Tokyo Revengers? I probably won't. Am I gonna read the movie arcs too? I don't know. Maybe. Where's the gameplay sound? Oh, it's because I was speaking. Sorry. I muted it so you could hold in. But yeah. Obviously, my thoughts will expand once I read the Granola arc and whatever's after that. But as of the Moro arc, that's all I've got to say.
Can't afford to lose.
What the hell, man?
Come on.
No, it's not, because you can have a heart of pure evil. Like Kid Buu. Did Buu go to heaven?
Someone like you caused me this much trouble.
Buu should be in hell. What's my thoughts on Mirrors? Oh, that annoyed me. Mirrors I was a fan of Mirrors until he survived in the end. It defeats his resolve. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it so much when mangakas, right? They build up so much resolve just to cancel it out in the end. It fries my brain, bro. You might as well just keep him in the story, bro. What was the point? Oh, so now he's immortal. So, like, yeah. Like, the Grand Priest bent the rules of the universe, right? What's the point of the rules, then? What's the point of the rules? You know, we bent so much rules in the future timeline. You might as well just brought Trunks back. You know, if you're just gonna bend the rules, just bend them completely, bro. Stop just doing it conveniently. Stop doing it conveniently, bro. Like, oh, man. Like, I don't care about him. I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care what he does. I don't care he has UI. I don't care. I actually don't care. His resolve was so valid until the Grand Priest glazed him. I guess that's his son, innit? But flipping hell, bro. When it comes to Universe 7, oh, I guess we can just destroy it. But when it's his son, oh, well, I can bend the rules a little bit. Go to hell. I can't rate it. Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan, to be honest. Not a fan, to be honest. Like, Mirrors is he was such a cool character, but then it gets blown to smithereens by his resolve amounting to nothing because of the ending of the Moro arc. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Mirrors. That's my thoughts on him, man.
All right, the real fight starts now.
How about Boo? Who was it at the start of the Moro arc that told Goku to be aware? I think he told Goku. Was it Dende that told Goku about Marjube? Was it Dende? It was Whis? I should have pressed one card by tweet. I think so do you think 17 goes to heaven? He's become human, but is he a human? Do robots go anywhere? Or does he just die? That's the bigger question. Oh yeah, Jando, you just reminded me. Alright, let me cook here. Watch me go 6 for 6 on why the Moro arc is basically just copy my homework, just make it slightly different. Obviously you can like it, but I think it makes it watered down to a degree. I wanted fresh ideas, personally. Everybody to their own. I'm giving my opinion. Okay, so just like Jando said, Mirrors, the situation with Mirrors is a parallel to the Namek Saga. Like Goku goes UI after the fact. You can basically call him the Moro arc Krillin. You can put him down to that, bro. In short. The only difference is he actually had impact on UI, Goku learning UI. That's one copy paste. That's one. The second thing, the ending of the arc Everybody gives their energy so that Goku can solo. Where have I seen this before? This sounds like the Buu Saga. Oh yeah, because it is. That's the second one. The third one. The third one. We have Moro with his greed, his idea and ego of becoming stronger. Cell. Cell is an android that aims to become perfect. Bro, it's the same thing. I've seen this before. What else is there? There was so many things I picked up, bro, and it was frying me. There's like 2 more things. The ending. The infinite Zamasu in the anime, right? The infinite Zamasu in the anime. We got Moro. If he blows up with the Earth, the universe is doomed. I've seen this before. I've seen this before. It was just like, bro. He just grabbed a bunch of pieces everywhere. And then put it in the Moro arc and was like, banger. Is there anything else you want to ask about the Moro arc? Cell and Moro basically expanded as well. I've seen this before. Do you think it's because they ran out of ideas? No. He hasn't ran out of ideas. Because there's unique elements in the Moro arc. But the overall concept and the core pieces added to it aren't unique. Akira Toriyama is a very creative guy. He's a jokester too. Oh, also, one more thing. This one will go over your head, right? This one's small. 5 for 5, right? Now I'm at 6 anyways. At the start of the Future arc, Zeno is shown on the screen. And Goku has to promise him a friend. The arc starts with Zeno and Goku giving him, like, the Tournament of Power, not the Future arc, the TOP arc. At the start of the... No, is it the Future arc? It is the Future arc. At the start of the Future arc... The Future arc starts with Zeno basically needing a friend. The Future arc ends with Zeno needing a friend, getting the friend. The Moro arc starts with Marjube being shown to be very important. The Moro arc ends with Marjube carrying. You know, but their screen time is very minimal at the start of the arc, but they end up being a core reason for how the arc ends. Same template. It's the exact same template both ends. What I will say is, because I expected an overwhelming difference in story, it made it unpredictable. For me. Dragon Ball isn't especially unpredictable, but because I expected more of Vegeta for the first time in my life, I thought the Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta, would actually lock in. It led my expectations astray. Oh yeah, I'm also tired of Piccolo being careless. This guy probably has the highest battle IQ, that's not what I want to say. When it comes to being aware in a situation of dangers, he's the most aware when it comes to knowing what's dangerous. Why is this guy letting this G073 android touch his neck, bro? Twice! Like, you know what he's there to do, and you let it happen, bro. It's not even like he's stronger than you. Like, you're standing there like a cone, bro. Playing like a guy that lagged out in Legends, like, please, like, come on, bro. And now, that information is being used in the next arc. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know, that's it. I don't like. You're so much better than that, Piccolo. How's Vegeta a bad guy if in the Majin Buu saga against Kid Buu, they made a wish to revive all the good people on Earth and he got revived? I never said he was a bad guy. He's done bad things.
We're settling this now.
If I said he was a bad guy, I take it back because that's not true. He's trying his hardest. We support Vegeta in trying. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm playing a good player.
I got it from here.
Much love for that, bro. I didn't expect you would have the... We love bad, man. We're getting boomed by ads. You gotta get that ad blockini. What? That didn't hit him? Does, man. If I lose this game, the stream's ending, by the way. It's way too late right now. If I win this game, I'm playing one more. Low-key Frieza's death beam falling off. When am I streaming again? Tomorrow. Why are we discussing if Vegeta is a bad guy? I was talking about Vegeta's character development in the Moral arc and how I think it isn't as good as it could have been if his goal was to truly repent, which is what it was. But then he also shows a lot of self-awareness, which I can respect. But I wasn't saying he's a bad guy. I was saying he's going to hell, and he understands that as well. Being a bad guy isn't equivalent to saying, like, knowing you're going to hell. Damn.
I'll finish this. There you are.
I'm cooked.
This is on you.
Should have waited one more second. Would have been alright. If I just played him passive, I would have got my advantage back, but it's all good. But yeah, if you want to keep up with me, reading Dragon Ball Super, I'm posting my experiences on Twitter. I post every time something interesting happens, you know. So go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter. You don't even have to follow me, you know, if you just want to scroll through my tweets, is there. Will I do? Oh yeah! You just reminded me, bro. You just reminded me. I'm going to start Twitch streaming again, which is why I'm streaming this week. This week, I'm going to try to do a week of consistent Legend streams. That's my plan for this week. And then next week, I'm going to do Legend streams as well, but I will stream a lot less. So it will be like, this week I'll try to do 2 hours every day, right? Monday to Friday. I'm not doing the weekends. Weekends I'm taking completely off like it's school. And then next week, I will be doing 1 hour of Legends into 2 to 3 hours of anything else. I wanted to start with the Kakarot DLCs, specifically the Future Trunks, Gohan, what, you know, the timeline one. I wanted to do that one and the Bardock one. I wanted to play Naruto Storm 4. No, Naruto Storm 1, 2, 3, and 4. I wanted to play The Wolf Among Us. We've got, let me show you my desktop. Let me show you my desktop. If you're not following me on Twitch, now's a good time. I'll be plugging it all this week so that next week we go into Twitch mode. Batman Telltale, yes. We'll be playing. I wanted to play the Call of Duty games, specifically the early ones. COD 4, Modern Warfare 2. You guys must know about Ghost. Even if you're not a Call of Duty fan, you've definitely heard about Ghost. You've heard about Captain Price, Soap, those 3 characters. I wanted to play the Call of Duty games, the old ones. Not Call of Duty Ghosts. COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. Tip your wall. It's your birthday on Saturday. Can get early birthday shout. Happy birthday early, bro. Happy early birthday. I've got games that I want to play. Let me show you my desktop. I hope this is the button. I don't know what button it is. That's not the button. That's the button. Cool. If you see my desktop, right? If you see my desktop, on this side. Just focus on this side. These are all the games I have. I have a lot of games. I need to complete Minecraft, beat the Ender Dragon, and I want to make videos of all of this so that I can post it on my second channel. So I don't know if you guys tapped in, right? So if I open my channel right here, some of you guys care, some of you guys don't, but some of you, a lot of you guys will care, which I'm very grateful for. I went out my way to play the whole Kakarot DLC, and this was like my test run. This was my test run of playing a full game. If you haven't seen this video, I put in a lot of effort into it. Let me go back, actually. I put in a lot of effort into it just to see what I could produce. You know, I got Pencil Kage to draw the art on the thumbnail. Where is it? Let me zoom in. I made him draw a unique Super Saiyan Goku with a PlayStation 5 controller. And then, like, I made the thumbnail nice. And then I played the whole game. I tried to timestamp it so you couldn't think. And I edited the whole thing. 2 hours of, like, proper editing. I was locked in. Like, I was playing for a long time. But yeah, I will be streaming on Twitch next week. I will try stream every day, Monday to Friday. We're going to start with Kakarot. I'm going to be posting the Future Gohan DLC. And I want to play the Bardock one specifically because I heard those 2 are actually peak. I heard those 2 are insanely peak. But yeah, the games I've got, like, I won't play everything here. Like, I wanted to play Persona 4, but I think I'm gonna wait for the remake. Modern Warfare 2, World at War I want to play, but I'm gonna do the Modern Warfare trilogy, so COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 first. Then I'm gonna do World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. I'm not playing anything past that. I want to play all the Storm games. I want to do Life is Strange. There's a lot here. And if we're streaming every single day, there will be something other than Legends to play. You know? Because I can't lie, I've been lacking. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to lock in. You know, Legends Anniversary is done, dusted. We're in a dry period right now. Just grind CC on the side. Wait till the festival. Rematch. I might play it here and there. I'm actually good at Rematch. I might get my boy GX. He's in like the third highest rank that you can get. Also, check out my second channel. There's nothing there at the moment, but this is where I'm gonna post the gameplays. So if you missed the stream, there's no VOD. I'm not keeping VODs. So if you missed the stream, you're gonna have to wait for the full video to come out that I will post on that channel. I will post everything in one go. So if it's, for example, if it's the Kakarot DLC, any of them, I will play the whole thing in one video. So I will trim it down a lot so that the video is very engaging. You know, you're not watching like 20 minutes of me walking around. The stream will be like that, but the video won't. You don't want to see me walking around training for 30 minutes just to fight the boss, you know. The training you don't need to see if you're watching the YouTube video. So even if you don't want to watch the stream, or you can't make it, the video will still be there to save you. But I'm not keeping no VODs. And I think that's it. I think that's the main announcement I wanted to make today. Today was a very good stream. I appreciate you guys' support. Like, I haven't streamed in 3 weeks, besides from the reveal. And there was 400 of you guys here on a random Monday. There's nothing happening in Legends, you know? So that means a lot to me, honestly. Have I played Arkham? Played none of the Batman games. Will there be music cues? There can't be, because I'm going to be recording it. I can't do music cues because the audio will mess up my recordings, you know? If we're playing a story mode game, definitely no music cues. So we're locked in on the game. But I will try and make an order of what games I want to play. Would I ever do reactions? If Twitch starts rolling, I'll do everything. But the idea is to do things that's not Legends. I like Dragon Ball as a whole. Like, reading the manga, I want to make videos on the manga. But I've got a lot of stuff I want to do, you know? And I've been getting a lot more comments recently about diversifying and doing other things. Because my Legends videos, I know they're good. But it's still a mobile game at the end of the day. It's not like Legends is going anywhere. People think it is, but it's not. I just want to do more. So yeah, I'm going to start next week. I'm not making it a promise, but I'm trying my hardest. So it's stamped. Like, I'm just going to start. I'm like, this whole week, I'm making a plan. No streams on weekends. No videos on weekends. But Monday to Friday, you will get streams. I'm going to try stream Legends all this week to get my consistency back. Then obviously I'll get the burnout from Legends Monday to Friday. Then from Monday to Friday next week, 1 hour Legends stream, converting into a Twitch stream, and we're cooking. But yeah, that makes the end of this stream. We've been here for 3 hours. Thank you guys for coming through. I'll give you more info. If you want more information, stay posted on the community tab. I don't use Discord anymore. Twitter and the community tab. Those are my 2 social medias. I'll still always do Dragon Ball stuff though. Sparking 02 or Raging Blast, whatever the hell. 3? 4? I think it's 4. Alright, cool. You guys have a good week ahead. Today's only Monday. I will be here tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm trying my hardest. I woke up at 8 a.m. today, went to the gym, you know, eating good now. I'm doing everything in my power to be a healthy individual. Not staying on the internet, going outside. Do all of that jazz for yourself too. Take care of yourself, man. You guys have a good week ahead. Like I said, I'll be here tomorrow. And thank you guys for supporting me, watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Take care.